Another Leafs win. Let's go.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's a tie game! Woo! Finally!
Go Leafs, go.
It's not baseball, but let's see a rally. Let's go Leafs!
Wow. How about that win from the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight? They just beat the Colorado Avalanche 8-3. That's fantastic. It's really, you can't really critique the Maple Leafs performance tonight. What a win for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. They've now won 15 of their last 17 games. They're coming off the month of November, which was their best in franchise history, with a record of 12-2-0. And they follow it up with this, an 8-3 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. Who saw that coming? Honestly, who saw that coming? You could have saw the Leafs winning this game, but if you told me that this game was going to be 8-3, I probably would have laughed in your face. Wow. What a game. ASC says statement game. Big time. Big time statement game. Dave Snow. Matthews, woohoo. Yeah, woohoo. How about Austin Matthews tonight? It's gone. The stash is gone, and his goal scoring ability is not. His goal scoring ability is clearly still there. How about that? A hat trick tonight. An Austin Matthews hat trick tonight. 6 goals and 1 assist in his last 4 games. The Maple Leafs are heating up. This team's hot. This has been an outstanding last month of November, and now it's hopefully seeping into December as well. Let's go. Alexander says, great win against a great team. Yeah, the Colorado Avalanche have had a shaky start to their season. They've dealt with a lot of injuries and stuff, but that is a team that's projected to be a Stanley Cup contender by the end of the season. So, yeah, a big win. And not only was it against, like, it was a massive win, and it was against a good team as well. Astro Boy says, I thought this game was going to be 3-2 Avs. That's interesting, Astro Boy. And for anybody who is watching the stream right now, earlier today, I had Colby Armstrong on the channel for an interview, and we both predicted the score, the final outcome of tonight's game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We were both way off. Armstrong had it 4-3 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche, and I said 3-1 Leafs, but wow. I'm blown away. What a game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And on a night where I thought the comment section was just going to be about Nazem Kadri, I haven't even seen a comment about him yet. He had a 2-goal performance. That was great. Good for him. Toronto Maple Leafs win 8-3. It doesn't matter. Wow. Jake Ozzy says, where does Soup fit into this lineup? If he does, he did request a trade before the season. Do we need him? I think Ilya Mikheyev will slot back into this lineup at some point in the season. Not sure he's going to be in there on a nightly basis, but I do believe that he will come back and he will play valuable minutes for this team. He'll play a penalty kill role and probably somewhere on that third or fourth line. He did request a trade, but the Maple Leafs declined to honor that. Kyle Dubas said, I'm not trading you. We need you. And basically, if you want a bigger role in this team, you're going to have to work for it. But let's talk about Nazem Kadri, because I know I was saying how the comments haven't mentioned it yet, but Nazem Kadri tonight, he had an alright game. He had 2 goals for the Colorado Avalanche. He's had an outstanding season. Outstanding season thus far. Nazem Kadri has 9 goals and 20 assists. He has 29 points in 19 games played. He's putting up some good numbers. Impressive for him. Sanjay says, "Soup, can we sign him long term?" That's a question that remains to be seen. That that remains to be seen. I sure hope we can get Jack Campbell re-signed though. His the way he's playing, his dollar value on that contract is only going up. He's only earning himself more and more money with the performance he's putting out there on a nightly basis. Jack Campbell, he's been impeccable for the Toronto Maple Leafs ever since he took over the crease last season, and uh, we're yeah we're gonna have to lock him up. Engvall, yeah, Pierre Engvall scored tonight as well. Yeah, there's a long list on the score sheet for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Nice to see a lot of people getting involved. Jason Spezza, Michael Bunting had 3 assists tonight. Austin Matthews had a hat trick. John Tavares, uh, Mitch Marner, everybody got involved tonight. You'd love to see that. You'd love to see everyone chipping in and contributions up and down the entire lineup in an 8-3 blowout over a team that's a Stanley Cup contender, a team that's considered one of the big bad boys in the NHL. The Toronto Maple Leafs just took them on and they crushed them. They demolished them. They stomped on them. I love it. I loved watching this game tonight. This was fantastic. Duncan says Tavares has 25 points in 23 games, sixth in the league right now. He's been fantastic. He's been fantastic for the Toronto Maple Leafs this year, and over his past 4 games, he has more than he has 2 or more points in each of his last 4 games. So he's doing a lot of good things for the Toronto Maple Leafs right now. Just want to see him keep that up for the remainder of the year. Jake Ozzie says, "What is different in this team from last year's?" This is the question. Leafs haven't blown a multi-goal lead this year. It's good to be excited, but I'd like to know what we see is different. that's a that's a great question, Jake Ozzie. That's a great question. Uh, what I'm seeing this year is a lot more sustainability in the way that the Maple Leafs are winning the games. Like a lot more closely contested matchups. They're winning. They're finding ways to win games that really they probably shouldn't win. Uh, Jack Campbell stealing games. This team's been fantastic all around. Like lights out, lights out. Soup is, I believe you're trying to say. Oh, Soup's the man. Yeah, Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell has won over the heart of Leafs Nation and everyone on his team. They play better in front of Jack Campbell than they did in front of Frederik Anderson. Safe to say that. Uh, it just seems like they play with more togetherness. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but yeah. And Dyslexic says uh, the biggest difference is that you have a goalie stopping the puck at crucial times instead of being a choke artist. And I'm not going to call Frederik Anderson a choke artist. I will say that a lot of the times a lot of the saves that Jack Campbell has made to keep the Maple Leafs in games this year, I don't think that Frederik Anderson would have made a lot of those saves. A lot of these games we would have lost if Frederik Anderson was a starter in Toronto. And I don't really think there's a question about that. Jake Ozzie says, I agree, a more complete showing this year. But see, the thing is, as much as I'm hyped about this victory, still December 1st. Still a long way to go for this team. And I was shocked. I was not expecting this tonight. I don't think any of us really were. I thought we were expecting a closely contested matchup, probably a shootout. This game was going to be a shootout. It was going to be a high scoring game, closely contested all the way through. But that's not what happened tonight. The Toronto Maple Leafs dominated. They didn't look back, and they didn't give the Avalanche any room to breathe. What I loved about this victory was in the first period when it was 3-0 Toronto Maple Leafs. I was like, yeah, this is great. This is great. But I was a bit worried. I was honestly a bit worried in the first period after it was 3-0. And I think that's just scar tissue as a Maple Leafs fan, having all these horrific comeback victories against our team. Well, the Maple Leafs allow 2 goals against. It becomes a 3-2 game. The Colorado Avalanche appear to take over the game at that point in time, and it looked like all the momentum was on their side. They were coming back. They were surging back. It was 3-2. Well, never mind, because the Toronto Maple Leafs poured it on. After that, it was game over. The Toronto Maple Leafs made this an 8-3 game. 8-3. They stomped on the Colorado Avalanche, and they never looked back when they were down. They kicked them when they were down, and I'm sure the Avalanche, next time they see the Toronto Maple Leafs, they'll have something to say about that, but we'll worry about that then. What a victory this was tonight. And yeah, I'm just so thrilled about this one tonight. John Howard says, "Oh no, Anderson is still good." Yeah, John Howard, I believe that Frederik Anderson's a great goaltender. He's a great goaltender, but I do believe that we would have lost more games this season up to this point if Frederik Anderson was a starting goalie. I'm not taking anything away from him. Just Jack Campbell in the big time moments has made the big time saves that Frederik Anderson a lot of the times didn't. He's a great goaltender, but that's how I feel. I know. Don't be overconfident. It's good to be confident, but this team don't want them to get overconfident for sure. Wilfred says Leafs are looking like they need to be in another league, making it look easy. Yeah, they're on fire tonight. Like this team is the hottest team in the league right now. It's been a joy to watch the Toronto Maple Leafs over this past month and a half, but we got a long way to go. A long way to go. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this year. We have a long way to go before the playoffs, and that's when it really matters. That's what matters for this team. This is a great victory tonight, but can they continue this? Is what's going to remain to be seen. We were expecting this team to win a lot of games and probably qualify for a playoff spot. That's the expectation. You're going to qualify for a playoff spot. That was the expectation. But after that, what do we expect after that is what remains to be seen. When was the last time we got 8 goals in a game? Uh, did we do it last year? I don't think the Leafs did it last year. Maybe against Vancouver, but I think they only put up 7 against them. 8 goals in a game. Not sure the exact date, but let me know if you know. Wilfred says Minnesota game should be interesting on Saturday. Yeah, the Minnesota Wild, they're a hot team as well. Ryan Hartman's a very hot player right now. Kirill Kaprizov, a very talented player. They got a nice defensive core headlined by Matt Dumba, so it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see the Minnesota Wild. And if you haven't already, please make sure you smash the like button and hit the notification bell to be notified every time new content's being released here on Maple Leafs Media. On this channel, I do post-game shows, reaction videos, other Maple Leafs content, and player interviews. Today, I had an interview with Colby Armstrong, former NHL player, close to 500 games in the league, now a analyst. So check that interview out if you haven't already, and there'll be more clips from that interview being posted on the channel. But yeah, if you're also if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to share this video. Helps out the brand. Andrew says Pens is on now. Scores 1-1. Yeah, McDavid against Crosby. I want to turn that on. Once I'm done streaming here, I'm gonna be watching that game. That's a fantastic game. Two of the leagues, like it's the passing of the torch, generation to generation. Crosby, McDavid. That's a fun game to watch. Anytime one of those players is on the ice, let alone both of them, it's definitely going to be a fun game to watch. Welcome back, Damien. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hyman scored. Nice. Zach Hyman got a goal. Good for him. Unfortunately, I don't have him in a fantasy lineup. Uh, yeah, big dubs tonight. Austin Matthews shaving the mustache. That was a massive story. You saw it on the news, even. Uh, he got his fourth career hat trick tonight. So raking in the hat tricks, and his six goals and one assist in his past 4 games. He's on fire. People were questioning is Austin Matthews going to be able to score at that pace that he was last year, and I'm not sure if he'll reach the same pace, but I'm not really worried about it. Austin Matthews is fantastic, generational talent. He's going to score goals. He's going to get points, and he's going to make your team better on a nightly basis. So I'm not really worried about anything when it comes to him. Uh, he's fantastic. He great game tonight. Yeah, he got his mojo back. That's the thing. It sometimes you have a slow start to a season, especially when you have a wrist surgery before the season. That plays a factor. He had a wrist surgery before the season, so slow start, understandable. And he's just getting into his stride now. He's going to take off. I would not be surprised to see Austin Matthews have another amazing season. He's going to. And Brian and Andrew say Hyman now has 2 goals tonight. Zach Hyman, he's lighting it up against the Pittsburgh Penguins right now. Good for him. Astro Boy says Richie has had so many chances to score, but why can't he score? He has had so many chances to score. He's had so many chances to do good things. But the thing with Nick Ritchie, like I say this every show too, he's always a step behind. So when it looks like there's an opportunity for a rebound, he doesn't get the rebound. Someone else gets it. There's a loose puck. Someone else gets it. And even if he's taking a shot close to the net, it just trickles wide of the net or something. Anything that can go wrong for Nick Ritchie has been going wrong for him. Uh, he's snake bitten around the net, and honestly, he's not really playing a great hockey. So, uh, yeah, that contributes to it. Yeah, Matthews missed the preseason and the first 3 games of the season. Yeah, so Richie has cement hands apparently. Uh, he looks slow out there. Andrew says Spezza got 1 goal. Yeah, Jason Spezza with the goal tonight, his 5th of the season, and he played in his 1200th game the other night. Great to see him getting the standing ovation. I don't know if it was standing, but he got an ovation from Leafs Nation at Scotiabank Arena tonight. So, yeah, hats off to him. Another goal and just another one in a fantastic career he's had. 19th season in the league for Jason Spezza. He's a legend, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are glad to have him. He's a great face-off guy, and he wants to be in Toronto. He embodies what it is to be a Maple Leaf. He he wants to be here. He won't play anywhere else. So something you like to see. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Uh, so I've been on here 20 minutes. So leave any thoughts, comments in the comments section before I head off here. Big dubs, big dubs for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Fantastic game. Let's go. Who saw that coming? Honestly, I was I was optimistic about a Leafs win tonight, but not this. 8-3. Uh, we got a question in here from Astro Boy. Will Spezza reach 1,000 points by the end of this season? Uh, right now, he's got 24 games played, 8 points, and he needs another 22 to get it. He's sitting at 978 points right now. Um, he could, but I think I think he's gonna fall a bit short. To be honest, he could get there, but I'm not gonna make a hot take. I'm gonna say he's gonna fall short, unfortunately, and hopefully he comes back next year and gets to that 1,000 point mark. But I just don't see. I mean, he could get 22 points. That's not outlandish or anything. Like that's definitely within reach for Jason Spezza. But the minutes he's playing, I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on Spezza to get 22 more points. He definitely could though. There's gonna be injuries. Maybe he could fill in. You could. You could. You never know. You never know. Last of Us clips. Leafs are a good regular season team. Hope this current success bleeds into the playoffs. That's what we're all hoping. That's what we're all hoping for. Yeah, they're a great regular season team. We've seen that year after year after year after year, and we've seen that regular season success failed to translate to playoff success. So hopefully this is the year. It's all we can do is say hopefully this is the year, and we'll wait and see. Wilfred says Spezza will get it. I hope so. I hope so, but I feel like he might fall just a bit short. He got 30 points last year in 56 games. He can get it in the remaining games. He definitely could. He definitely could, but again, remains to be seen. I hope he does. I hope he does, but I wouldn't bet on it. Robert Firmston thinks there will be more spankings to come. They should get hungry and keep going. Yeah, don't get complacent. That's something that's big with this team. This team especially. Don't get complacent. You're on top of the world right now. Hottest team in the NHL. 12-2-0 record in the month of November, carrying over into December now with this 8-3 victory over a Stanley Cup contender. But don't let that get to your head and don't get complacent. You need to keep going day after day after day. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a lot of things right. And you want to see this team stick with it all the way through. All the way through. That's the key. All the way through. Have that killer instinct. When you beat a team 8-3, be pissed off you didn't beat them 9-3. That's what I want to see. Killer instinct in the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go. All right, everybody. So that's all I've got for you tonight on this post-game show. Big dubs. Big dubs for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go! 8-3 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. 5 straight victories for the Maple Leafs. Coming off their best month in franchise history. 12-2-0 record in the month of November. 8-3 victory over the Colorado Avalanche. What a win. Let's go. See you next time. As always, I'm your guy, Jake. Thanks for watching.